everyone, and welcome back to Miss Azrael's Gaming. So we're going to get into a new game today called Cooking Companions. I found this on Steam. It is more of a visual novel type game. My understanding from the game is I can't remember. It's been a while since I've read it, but I think it's something, there's kind of more of a twist to the game as you get further on. It's not really what it seems. So let's go ahead and start a new game. Okay, so it says this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Do you wish to continue? Yes, I do. That walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water, it really has everything. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace. I can't wait to... Achoo! I'm sorry, everyone. It must be the dust. Get those allergies under control, Mariah. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure with a little elbow grease, we can make this cabin shine. So, are you volunteering to clean, Gregor? No. Not many supplies here. Guess we'll have to go out to get what we need. There's a fireplace for making stew, so let's gather up some firewood, okay? Leave that to me, little guy. I'll tidy up around the cabin. Need to save Mariah from dying due to dust. Hey! Allergies are nothing to joke about, Karen. She's not dead yet, Pipsqueak. Calm down. Thanks, Anatoly. I think I'll go foraging outside. With over 450 mosses, 900 fungi, and 70 slime molds, there's bound to be treasure up here. Roughing it is fun. Anatoly knows so much about edible foods. We're in good hands. I think the slime molds will be the most delicious. Most certainly not. What about the fungi? Do you even know which ones are poisonous, Anatoly? I can figure that out. You can be the canary in the coal mine, Anatoly. I'm not ending up a corpse here. Eek. Keep both eyes open, little guy. Plenty of wolves and brown bears around. There won't be a problem. I read up on 10 different techniques to incapacitate them. Number 1 is... Anatoly! Oh yeah, sorry, Mariah. Got carried away. I'll help Anatoly look for food. I'm definitely better at warding off wild animals. If we come up empty-handed, we could always eat some of the food we've brought. You mean the emergency rations? Bad idea, chump. Hey, Anatoly and Mariah are getting the food. Gregor's gathering the firewood. That makes you our designated chef. Everyone's looking at you expectantly. You nod. Very excited to try your cooking. All right, everyone, let's go to work while there's still sunlight. Later. So obviously we're a group of people and we're the chef, apparently. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor. The 3 exit the cabin, leaving you and Karen alone. I think Anatoly put supplies in the kitchen. Thanks for helping out with the cooking. Tutorial. To save the game, right-click or hit the escape button on your keyboard to pull up the menu. This menu will also allow you to adjust volume levels or exit to the title screen to view unlockables. Please note, going back to the main menu or exiting the game without saving or remove progress you've made, be sure to save. Do you have any experience making meals? Okay, so we got the achievement, butter them up. Will you butter them up or wind them up on the chopping block? Oh, that doesn't sound good. Of course, probably not. I'm extremely lazy, said nothing. Well, of course I do. I'm going to play this as it was me. I know how to cook, so. Is that so? Looking at you, I think you'd be good at serving up food poisoning. Rude? Right? It looks like Karen will remember that. Anyways, going to check out the living room. Let's talk later. Let's not, because I don't like you. You're not very friendly. Karen heads to the living room and starts dusting a little. You decide to look around the kitchen to find the ingredients for the meal tonight. Tutorial. You never know what you'll find around the cabin. Clues and secrets may be revealed by searching an area more than once. Why not give it a try? What area do you want to search first? Let's check the cupboards. So the first few cupboards are empty. Anatoly must have put the supplies elsewhere. Okay, let's check the drawers. You check the drawers on the left. Just some dirty knives. Okay, behind the woodpile. There's nothing but cobwebs back there. Thankfully, no spiders. Oh, whew, thank God. Let's try the cupboards again. You check the cupboards again. Just some mouse turds and cobwebs. Okay, let's check the drawers again. You check the drawer pile, the drawer above the mouse hole. Some kind of mold is growing in this one. Maybe Karen will find it appetizing. Okay, let's check behind the woodpile again. You look at the wood logs closer. This is just a pile of Norway spruce. Okay, let's check the cupboards. You check the cupboard underneath the sink. You found a dead mouse. This would be a great gift to give Karen. You added the dead mouse to your... Yeah, it would, because she insulted me. Get the drawers. You check the drawer above the woodpile. Something is making it difficult to open. You pull it open with all your might.
Whee! Cabbage!
It's time. Chompette, sound off. Okay, so we got Chompette Cabin. You found the Chompettes achievement.
Onion!
Never fear, Onion is here. Oh, bread's scary. Like my cousin Cornbread says, I'll rise to the occasion.
Raspberry!
Always merry Raspberry.
Oh, yeah?
Potato? Cabbage stuffed me into this drawer. I'm pretty sure this counts as kidnapping. We're the Chompettes. Why talk with those boring humans? All they have to give you is drama. Did you say something about a banana? Come chat with us instead. We'll share valuable recipes you can cook. We'll share with you our secret Chompette recipes. Collect them all to become a 5-star chef. Tutorial. You can find and unlock recipes in the main menu under Extra, but be sure to save the game. To celebrate, here's your first recipe card.
Cabbage!
Roasted eggplant with sesame and pomegranate, meat-free. You unlocked your first recipe, so we got the achievement. Food's here. You found the first unlockable recipe. If you want to talk, just come to the drawers. Chompettes. Let's move out. Cabbage rudely slams the drawer closed. You wonder if what you just saw was real. You're slightly worried about what this means for your mental state, but only slightly. I was going to say that means I'm kind of hallucinating, right? Hey, did you find the supplies? You shake your head. Anatoly lied. He actually put them in the bedroom. Idiot. Here you go. You got the emergency supplies. Karen leaves you alone. You start a fire with some of the wood and get to work on cooking dinner. Tonight's entry, vegetable stew. In a large saucepan over medium heat, you heat some water with potatoes, carrots, and celery in it. 15 minutes later, you drain the pan and set the vegetables aside. Place in some butter in the saucepan, you melt it over medium heat. Throwing some chopped onions in, you cook it about 10 minutes. The onions are tender and translucent. Perfect. You next mix in some flour, salt, pepper, and heavy cream into the saucepan, adding the vegetables to the mixture. Hours pass. Maybe they kidnapped me. We're back. More firewood than you'll need. We found some wild sorrel. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a bigger bounty. Anatoly's bearing the lead. We saw a red deer. Mariah spotted it. Yeah, that's great. Anyways, killed 17 spiders today while you were out looking at deer. Ah, that should come as no surprise. There's over 160 species of spiders here. Oh, 160? Don't worry, Mariah. I'm sure we're all in the bathroom or something. Oh, God, that's even worse. No, almost all of them were near the couch. Ah, I was going to sleep on the couch. That's where 16 of them were. I'm not sleeping on that couch then. And there's only 2 beds in the bedroom. Don't sweat it, Mariah. I can sleep anywhere, so I'll sleep in the rocking chair. I'll sleep with the one I open, just in case any of them swarm the couch. Thanks, Gregor. Karen and Anatoly, you take the bedroom. Thanks, big guy. Joke's on you, Gregor. I always planned on taking one of the beds. Hey, Anatoly, I snore louder than a lumberyard. Ugh. Sweet dreams, chump. You turn your back to your bubbling vegetable stew and try a bite. That looks delicious. This tastes pretty good. You cooked vegetable stew. So we got the achievement. First meal. You cooked your first dish. Well done. You set the table and ask everyone to dig in. Well, if there's only 2 beds, unless they're, twin-size beds, why don't the 2 girls bunk up and the 2 guys bunk up? Oh, wow, this smells delicious. Thank you. You must be a world-class chef. Karen takes a bite. She's probably going to say something about it. It's bland as hell. Oh, you are. Oh, I don't like you. No, I'm not going to continue with my sentence. I was going to say I might spit in somebody's food next time, but Karen, tastes like every other vegetable stew I've ever had. So generic. Could probably use some meat next time. Gross. For a side dish, we could bake some bread and utilize the Frangria vesca, also known as strawberries, for some jam. Why didn't you just say strawberries to begin with, you nerd? Nobody likes a know-it-all. Okay, nobody cares, Pipsqueak. Everyone laughs at Karen's polite ribbing. Nothing makes you happier than cooking a great meal for friends. Are these people really my friends, though? This could very well be the best day you've ever had. You go to bed stuffed. Wait a minute, how do I go to bed? I don't have a bed. Okay, day 0 turns to day 1. Hey, you up? How'd you sleep? I was so warm last night, didn't even need a blanket. What time is it? About 1 hour until dawn. Will you two pipe down? Trying to sleep over here. Oh, Gregor, the birds outside aren't making much noise yet. We didn't bring many supplies, remember? Better get a head start on gathering food. I honestly can't see the trees outside right now. Gregor, did you see any spiders last night? There was a small one in the bathroom. Actually, I did see a centipede by the sink. Mariah turns a little pale. Karen's messing with you, Mariah. Let's find more than wild sorrel today. If you're lucky, little guy, maybe I'll teach you how to catch some wild brown trout. What's with you and meat, big guy? Anatoly's herbalism book stated that there's more species of plants to eat out there. Let's leave the fish alone. You know, I'm not into meat. Oh, man. That's a shame. I'd wake up early to go fishing. Cheer up, Karen. We'll get to observe the trout at least. Maybe we'll see more red deer today. That sounds like a waste of time, Gregor. Maybe we'll find some blackthorn berries. I love blackthorn berries. We'll be back later. Can you watch our stuff today? You nod. Thank you. Thanks. Don't steal anything, okay? One of these days, you nod. Why do I just nod? I ought to rip her a new one. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor, and Karen leave the cabin with a hop to their step. I ought to not fix her any dinner. You're alone, but thankfully you have a drawer of chompettes to keep you company. Tutorial. Each day you'll be asked to explore a different part of the cabin. You only get one choice. Then the day will end. Choose wisely. What do you want to check out today? Okay, talk with the chompettes, check out the bedroom, look around the bathroom, go into the basement. I am not going in there. Should I talk to the veggies again? It did bring them up. Let's talk with the veggies one more time. And I'll search one of the rooms later.
Oh!
You almost crapped yourself.
Yes, manana!
I almost crapped myself. Okay, so the other chompettes are somewhere in the basement. So it's just us today. How about some fun cabbage facts? I don't want cabbage facts. You shake your head.
Yeah!
Great.
Cabbage, cabbage, cabbage.
Cabbage has 24 calories and 100 grams and is a great source of vitamins K and C.
Yes, manana!
Purple cabbage has even more vitamin C than green cabbage. Maybe you should ask Anatoly why that is when he gets back. Globally, Russia eats the most cabbage. Pretty cool, right? I should have been a scholar instead of a world-class comedian. Since you've been so patient today, I'll give you the Chompette's secret recipe for Lebanese-style tabbouleh. Okay, appetizer apprentice. Probably because we got another recipe. Oh, tabbouleh. Okay, I've had that before. Not your normal meal, but I think you'll enjoy it. You're not sure. Tutorial. To check out the recipes, go into the main menu under the gallery. Be sure to save beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my work here's done. I almost feel like they want me to do that. So let's save. Okay. And go back to the title screen.
Wee!
That's
Cabbage!
Okay. It would be in the extras. Okay, so let's read this. So we have cabbage chompette profile. With so many cabbage dishes here, how would cabbage not be the leader of the chompettes? Heck, she's even the logo. Just don't let her tell you the complete story of Halopaki. Diameter is 8 inches. Weight is 39 ounces. Pro tip, for an easier time, cut the cabbage in half and then cut the halves into quarters. Fun fact, cabbage has been cultivated for more than 6,000 years. Wow. Okay, we have onion. He'll make you cry, but also smile. Probably the MVP of the culinary world. Don't tell Cabbage that. Diameter is 2.5 inches. Weight is 4.34 ounces. Pro tip, you can peel an onion without crying by running it under cold water. Fun fact, onions contain sulfur compounds. You know what's funny is when I cut up onions when I cook, they don't bother me. My eyes don't water or anything. Okay, so we have bread. No need to butter him up. He'll listen to concerns and belly aching. Just don't let him get stale. Nobody likes him stale. Size, pretty big and pretty small. Weight depends. Pro tip, don't eat too much of it. Fun fact, a combine can harvest enough wheat in 9 seconds to make 70 loaves of bread. Interesting. Okay, raspberry, always merry. No exceptions. She's definitely the sweetest of the bunch and will help you out in a jam. Size is 36 inches. Just kidding. That's the plant height. Weight is 0.18 ounces. Pro tip, be sure it's a raspberry before eating it. Fun fact, there are over 200 different known species of raspberry, but only 2 are grown at large scale. I like raspberries. They're delicious. Okay, potato. Something seriously wrong with potato. He insists you learn the Harris-Benedict equation. Why? Diameter is 2.5 inches. Weight is 5.3 ounces. Pro tip, to peel them easier, use a knife and make a small ring around the center of the potato. Boil the potato for some time, then try peeling it. Fun fact, every day, over 1 billion people eat at least one potato. Okay, we have Mariah, age 20, height, small fry, energetic, and always willing to learn. Mariah can-do attitude is the glue that holds the group together. A lover of animals, her kind heart advocates for leaving them alone. Skill, keeping tension simmered, particle physics. Okay, we have Anatoly. Profiles age 25, height, neither pipsqueak or titan, fun size. Anatoly is rumored to be a worldly scholar, but that's bogus. He only pretends to read books. He never learned simple addition or subtraction, which is probably why he looks up to Mariah so much. Will you let Mariah have a taste? Or gobble him up for yourself? That's weird. Okay, skill is herbology and literacy. We have Gregor, profile age 33, height giant beanstalker tier. Always the optimist, Gregor likes splitting firewood, eating things in one gulp, and helping out his friends. Gregor's a rare guy with a heart of gold. Will you take it from him? Skill, optimist can reach high shelves. Okay, Karen, profile age 27, height super tall glass of water. Karen will chew you up and spit you out. If Gregor thinks the glass is always half full, Karen thinks the glass isn't full enough. Needs to be cleaned better and could probably use something stronger than water. She's one tough cookie and a difficult walnut to crack. Maybe you can marinate that away. Skill, Malkavian nature, and has a knife. Scary. What the hell is that? Roasted eggplant with sesame and pomegranate. It's a vegan, 2 eggplants, 1/4 cup tahini, olive oil, lemon juice, salt, pepper, seeds for pomegranate. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Okay, Lebanese style tabbouleh. Okay, so that's actually different than the tabbouleh I've had before. Dry bulgur, cracked wheat, medium red onion, garlic, water, tomato, parsley, mint leaves, salt, pepper, lemon juice, and olive oil. Okay, there's our picture that we've had. And, wow, quite a few. So nothing there. Okay, so we're going to load our game back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, my work here's done. Chompets, mosey out. Can you put me in the drawer? I'm going to surprise the others later. You're extremely relieved that the cabbage has stopped talking. You shut the drawer as per her request. You look over the supplies and start planning your next meal. We're back. Knock it off, Mariah. It's pretty rare to be scared of one. It's not... Who knew the big guy would be scared of... Shut up. You don't understand. I don't think anyone understands Gregor. It was just a Mermot, Gregor, not a monster. Mariah laughed so hard that your ears rang. Bah ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Tears are rolling down Mariah's cheeks. She's laughing so hard that she's about to hyperventilate. Stop Mariah from hyperventilating? Is that a question? Absolutely not. One less mouth to feed, right? You don't get it. It's pretty personal. Then please explain, big guy. Gregor looks incredibly uncomfortable. Let's leave him alone. We found some raspberries and elderberries near the cabin. Quite the selection of berries. We also found more wild sorrel. Is this going to be enough for a good meal? Everyone is looking at you for an answer. You decide to do an inventory of all the available ingredients. It takes you a while, but you decide on your specialty, cabbage rolls. You first bring a large pot of water to boil. You let the cabbage leaves boil for 2 minutes, draining the pot into the sink. In a medium mixing bowl, you combine some cooked rice, onion, an egg, salt and pepper, along with some tomato sauce. You use your hands to mix thoroughly and decide to wash your hands after it won't come off. Dividing the rice mixture evenly between the cabbage leaves, you then roll them up and tie a string around them so they stay in one piece. You place the cabbage rolls in a large skillet over medium heat, pouring the rest of the tomato mixture over top. Covering it, you bring it to a boil. You reduce the heat to low and let the cabbage rolls simmer for about 40 minutes, being sure to baste it with liquid. You cooked cabbage rolls. So we got the achievement, Meals and Deals. You cooked your second dish. Congrats. Mariah looks optimistic. Karen looks skeptical. Anatoly looks curious. Gregor looks thrilled. You watch intently as everyone takes the first bite. That's pretty darn good. Wow, I could eat the whole batch myself. I think the vegetable stew tasted better, but I'm loving how tender the cabbage is. The sauce is pretty red. Did you use fresh tomatoes for it? It really adds to... Spoon some of the liquid on top of it. You'll thank me later. Incredible. It's definitely growing on me. Thanks again for cooking. This really was something special. Everyone leaves the dishes behind for you to do. Rude. Everybody knows the cook doesn't do the dishes. Not happening. You settle in and go to bed. Everyone goes to bed full. Tomorrow will be another great day. Okay, so day 1 goes into day 2. Good morning, everyone. Again, Gregor? Can't you let us sleep in? Not today. Why? Storm clouds are gathering outside. We need to find some food before it begins to downpour. Gregor, you're overreacting. We have enough food to last us a while. Enough food? I thought we used most of the supplies for last night's dinner. He's right. The meal you made was delicious, but it used a lot of what we had. Gregor's also correct. Precipitation is unusually high in this area, with many areas being high risk for flooding. It'd be foolish not to go out and look for food today. You really think it will flood? Thankfully, the cabin is on high ground, but that doesn't mean we're safe from floodwaters. It's always a possibility, so it can't hurt to be prepared. You're losing it, Gregor. Karen, there's nothing to worry about. I think Gregor's right, Karen. Huh? It won't hurt to prepare for the worst. I think she's right, Karen. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Anatoly, let's go out and prepare for the storm. Foraging should be a key priority today. There are plenty of edible foods, and it really has better odds than trying to hunt. Give me a few minutes, and I'll plot out our route on some paper. Let me help, little guy. Anatoly, Gregor, and I head to the bedroom to consult the map. Mariah and Karen are still hanging around. Tutorial. Unfortunately, in life, you can't make everyone happy. When given a choice to speak to a character, choose wisely. You can only select one of them. Try to max out your bond with certain characters for unique dialogue and scenarios. Which one would you like to talk to? Well, I don't like Karen, so I'll go with Mariah. Mariah is paging through some of the books on the bookshelf. You walk over to her. There's some great books here. Which one is your favorite? The romantic one, the crafty one, the scary one. I mean, those are just some great choices there. But let's go with the romantic one. Oh yeah? I read a few random pages. Seems pretty melodramatic. Why is everyone crying all the time? You shrug. Maybe the ending redeems it, but from what I've read, this book is hot garbage. Sorry. Mariah looks pretty disappointed in your answer. There are definitely some better books you could be reading. I'll give you my list of recommendations later. You hear a cheer from the other room. Sounds like the two are wrapping up their meeting. Gregor and Anatoly come back from their meeting. Gregor is blushing slightly. Hey, can you cook something while we're out? You nod. Thank you. All right, everyone, we have a route now. Let's beat those rain clouds. The group leaves, determined as ever. You have the cabin all to yourself. Ow. What's that noise? Sounds like it's coming from the kitchen. Huh? Radio? What's going on with the radio? You didn't even notice it on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? It looks newer than anything you've seen before. Seems to be broken. Better hold on to this. You got the strange radio. Before you cook dinner, what should you check out? Okay, I kind of want to go to the basement because that's where the other veggies were. So we're going to go to the basement, and I'm probably going to regret this. Your imagination runs wild staring at the basement door. You try opening and closing the deadbolt, just in case. You mill around until the others return. Oh, nothing. It was kind of creepy looking, though. Mariah's back early today. Hey, the others are still looking for food outside. Anatoly found some more berries, but nothing that will feed all of us. Please don't tell the others, but I'm a little worried about our supplies. I crunched the numbers, and we don't have enough food, even with rationing, to last if there's a big storm and we get stuck here. Mariah seems disappointed in your inventory management. Can you try cooking with a little less this evening? You nod. Thank you. You've done such a great job with meals so far. You're very sweet. Is Mariah blushing a little bit? Mariah, remember that. Your relationship is stronger. Okay. Maybe you can teach me to cook sometime. You nod. Looking forward to it. Hey, could you hold cooking classes here someday? Rudely interrupting a tender moment, the others burst into the cabin. Don't be so down, everyone. We got tons of good berries. Jam is so bland without any sugar. Do you have any sugar? You shake your head sadly. Yikes. Turn that frown upside down, Karen. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? I'm not smiling for you, Gregor. You missed out. The sunset was really tremendous on our way back. Hues of orange, red, even a little purple poking out. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning. So we can expect a sailor's delight tomorrow? That's awesome. You're such an optimist, big guy. We must have walked a few miles today. Gorgeous sights. You could even see snow on the tips of the mountains. Yikes, somebody's hungry. That rumble sounded like a dying calf. You look from person to person trying to determine who it was. It's probably Karen. It was definitely Mariah. Mariah, I'd recognize that sound from anywhere. Guilty. Mariah looks embarrassed, but the group laughs at her honesty. Except for you. You search your mind for something to say, but all you can think of is an old riddle. Ahem. Those who have it do not want it. Those who have it least succeed. Those who have it for too long perish. When you feed it, it gets smaller. What am I? Dust? Try again, big guy. Everyone is pondering the answer. Mariah's face lights up. I got it. Is it hunger? Correct. Yeah, I was going to guess that. So, what's on the menu tonight, chef? Bread and jam. You crush the berries in your small mortar and pestle, spreading it on some crusty bread. You've cooked raspberry jam and bread. So we got bare cupboards, crumbly situation. Yikes. The bread's a little tough. Gregor, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. But this homemade jam is to die for. Sorry. No, you're right, Gregor. This bread stinks. Mariah. Everybody laughs. You're not sure this could be called a meal. But it got the job done. Everyone thanks you for dinner and heads off to sleep. You go to bed wishing you had more. You have a strange dream. Something is riding on your back. And it's becoming a nuisance. You try to see it in the mirror, but you can't get a good look at it. You try almost everything. but it won't get off. The pain between your shoulder blades is getting worse by the minute. You wander away from the cabin, stumbling by a river to soak your pain in cool water. You didn't want things to come to this, but you're exhausted all of your options. You swim out to the middle. Rocks on the bottom cut your feet, and you slip and fall to your knees. You lean back trying to submerge the thing underneath the water. But it won't drown. It won't drown. It won't drown. You splash frantically, plunging your head beneath the water. The current takes you downstream. You try swimming to the shore, but it's no use. Water fills your mouth and nostrils. After a minute, you stop struggling against the current. As you gaze up at the sky, you feel it leaving your back, drifting to the sky as you sink to the bottom. As you take your last gasp, you see what was on your back staring into your eyes. But you don't even have the air in your lungs to scream. You wake in a cold sweat. What the fuck was that? Day 2. Goes into day 3. I have a feeling I'm going to really regret playing this game. Okay, achievement just a dream, right? Wake up! Sorry, you're making strange noises in your sleep. Well, what's going on, Gregor? Did the lightning wake you up? It woke me up. Tried to fall back asleep, but it's so loud. Ugh. Let's just get back to sleep and talk about this in the morning. Everyone nods in agreement, gets back into bed. I don't want to go to sleep. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. You still have goosebumps from the nightmare. Karen's snoring is louder than a sawmill. You find it very loud and very distracting. You don't sleep a wink. Everyone is now up and awake in the cabin. You hear the front door open and quickly slam shut. Anatoly sounds petrified. I looked at the door and we're completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like sailors take warning was more appropriate for today. Maybe it'll clear up tomorrow? You can't steal big guy's optimism, Karen. Why the hell not? That's all he has going for him. Ugh. He's also good at chopping wood, though. Haha. Knock it off, you two. Mariah, do you think it'll clear up tomorrow? I give it a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow. Based on what? I was bored stiff, so I read a book on local precipitation levels for the last 20 years in the living room. Sounds like you're stealing Anatoly's thunder. Anatoly, you're a book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it? Ugh. Couldn't make it past the cover. Is that right? Yes? That bookshelf has some great books on artisan crafting and natural sciences. Why let them sit there gathering dust? How did you arrive at a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow? It's easy. Take the time of year, multiply it by factor of... Mariah begins to explain meteorology to you. She isn't dumbing any of this down. It's a similarity to... I have no idea what that says. Equals 0, where... So the first thing you need to understand, minutes of explanation feel like hours. You look over at Anatoly. He's listening intently to Mariah. So intently, he hasn't blinked yet. You can see his eyes drying up. A tear rolls down one of his cheeks. This is brutal to watch. Mariah finally wraps up her lecture. She ends with a bow. Nobody claps. Tough crowd. Mariah, that was awe-inspiring. You lost me a few minutes in, but it's okay. I didn't understand a word of it. Ugh. Anatoly turns to you. Anyway, there's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin until these floodwaters stopped. I know our food situation is a little tight, but I know you'll make the right decisions. I believe in you. Me too. It looks like we have enough leftover berries for more bread and raspberry jam. I'll pass on the jam. Just give me more crusty bread. Everyone laughs. Except for you. With everyone stranded in the cabin, you need to keep everyone fed and happy. You sneak out to the kitchen while everyone's still talking. You get some crusty bread and get to work making some more jam. With the kitchen to yourself, you decide to check in on the Chompettes.
Hello!
Don't worry, as leader of the Chompettes, I'll make sure none of the humans know about us.
Onion!
That big guy would try eating me like an apple, so definitely don't tell them about us. Haha. Are your plans going awry? I don't like bread, he's scary. Got any cornbread classics for you? Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No. Her business is now toast. That one's been done to death. Do you know how raspberries and milk were introduced? You tell her no.
Raspberry.
Raspberry milk shake. You let out an audible groan. Did cornbread teach you that one? Nope. Wasted an entire day thinking about that terrible pun. Well, it was all worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual Chompette comedy competition this year.
Raspberry.
Of course.
Onion.
Now, while I'm here, I won't choke on stage this year. Isn't that every year, Bread? We still talk about that closing line, Bread. You're going to do great this year. Anyways, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry. Chompettes stick together through thick and thin.
Raspberry.
Rain or shine. Feast and famine. Potato, I swear to God, repeat the line or we're locking you up again. Life or death. That's right. Chompettes, move out. The Chompettes somehow manage to close the drawer on themselves. You bring the crusty bread and jam into the living room. Karen interrupts as you bring in the food. Took you long enough. Karen looks at the 2 slices of bread left in the mason jar of raspberry jam. There's mold on these last 2 slices of bread. How is that possible? We only just got here. Karen is right. What the hell is the matter with you? You grip the knife tightly in your hand. You think this is enough for 5 of us? Wait, we can't throw this bread away. It's all we have left. Gregor's right. Anatoly, will mold spores give us food poisoning? No scientist. Sorry. Let's pick off as much mold as we can. We can't leave with the floodwaters, so this will have to last another day. Everyone grimly nods, ripping apart their piece like a pack of wolves. Gregor seems to unhinge his jaw and eat it in one bite. He looks like a duck eating bread. Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than we had when we left Ukraine. Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. But until the storm is over, nobody should leave the cabin. Should clear up if we just give it a chance. Anatoly, where are you getting that information from? One of the books on the bookshelves about the climate here? You're illiterate, so that definitely is a lie. Eek. I've seen him reading. Little guy's been studying. I'm serious. He pretends to read these books because he wants us to think that he's smart, but I can tell he's just staring at the page, faking it. What do you think? Anatoly doesn't know this weather conditions from a hole in the ground. Karen's correct. Anatoly can read. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Okay, let's just agree with him. Because I can't stand her, so. You must be going blind then. Thanks. I don't know why Karen would make something up like that about me. You weren't fooling anyone, Anatoly. Karen has stormed off. Thanks for backing me up. Okay, your relationship is stronger. Well, with who? Gregor or Anatoly? Good to have someone so positive around. Anatoly looks relieved. You think you'll remember that? I guess it's called a day. Yeah, sure. No, I don't want to go back to sleep. I have bad nightmares. Everyone shuffles off to their sleeping areas. 2 minutes later. Hey, Karen likes to find somebody's weaknesses and use it against someone that she's frustrated. Just wanted to thank you for backing me up earlier. You're very sweet to do that. Anatoly looks at you with a look of admiration. See you tomorrow. Wait, no, can I sleep with you? Because I have bad dreams. Anatoly looks like he's blushing as he walks away. Oh, he's cute. You're definitely sure Anatoly will remember that. Yeah, so can I just sleep in his bed? I don't want to have nightmares because I don't know where I'm sleeping. I'm probably sleeping on the spider couch. God. That's worse than the creepy lady that showed up earlier. You get ready for bed and put a blanket on. You go to bed very hungry. Okay, day 3 goes into day 4. You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up. And that's how fast a deer could run if startled. Whoa. Incredible. Impressive. Oh, I wish we had a deer here. With the food getting lower, let's just skip today's meal. No. It's only for 1 day. Various cultures and religions have practiced fasting throughout history. That doesn't make us feel any better, Anatoly. What options do we have? Our food wasn't rationed properly. Anatoly leaves, mumbling to himself. So passive-aggressive of him. Everyone goes to a separate area. Karen in the bedroom, Gregor in the living room, Mariah in the kitchen, and Anatoly in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? I kind of want to speak to Anatoly. Okay, so let's go there. I kind of want to see what the bathroom looks like, too. Eek! I'm done using the bathroom. Sorry, must have been daydreaming. Anatoly looks at you oddly. Do you ever daydream? You bet. Of course not that chalice, only about rivers of blood, wells filled with entrails, and villagers flayed. That is creepy. We're just gonna say you bet. Of course. It's a natural way to fill in gaps of boredom. And what do you daydream about? Cooking? You nod. Yeah, I thought so. I can tell that you have a history with cooking. So, you can tell Anatoly is struggling with small talk. What's the best thing you've ever cooked? A feast fit for a queen, the vegetable stew from earlier, children. Okay. I'm getting a sense that this game has cannibal issues. Alright, so let's go with a feast fit for a queen. A royal feast, eh? Wonder who it was for. You'll have to tell me sometime. Okay? Anatoly is looking at you dreamily. He will definitely remember that. Oh yeah. 2 hearts. Later. You decide to head back to the others. Everyone looks pretty down this evening. Wish the rain would just stop. You're all doing great. We must be almost at the end of this nightmare. I'm so hungry. Me too. You are too. You wish everyone a good night and get ready for bed. I really hope that was somebody's stomach. You go to bed with a growling stomach. You have a strange dream. A boy is yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray, but he keeps shaking his head, calling you names. So you do it. You lie down on the tray and make your body as flat as a board. You show him how it's done. His anger turns to courage, and he pushes you into the oven. What am I, the witch from Hansel and Gretel? As the stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. You wake in a cold sweat. Oh, that was not cool. Day 4 goes into day 5. This game is like a mind-bending. Everyone seems to be sleeping in later than normal. Their stomachs must have kept them awake all night. The rain is still pouring outside. You can barely make out the trees from the windows. You hear a stirring of blankets, arms, and legs. Mariah looks petrified. I couldn't sleep. Anatoly has bags under his eyes. This storm is too loud. Karen looks out of it. The cabin was creaking so much last night. It sounded alive. Gregor looks a little gaunt. I got a good look out the window. And? Couldn't see anything due to the rain. Great observation, Gregor. I was so hungry last night. I kept pacing around my bed. Karen turns to you. When is this going to end? I checked outside the door again. Floodwaters keep rising. Unfortunately, we're going to need to stay put unless one of us wants to get drowned in rainwater. As soon as the weather lets up, we'll be able to scavenge for supplies. How close is the nearest town? I don't know. Didn't you have a map on you? I think I dropped it while we were running after Gregor. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. Mariah and Anatoly go white as a sheet. How are we going to find our way back now? Well, I have to ride out the storm. Mariah looks at you. We're down to our last slice of bread. I don't know how much longer we can put off eating. The group stares at you. It will clear up in no time. Maybe you're right. The group looks worried. They all gravitate to an area. You can tell Gregor's putting on fake optimism and Mariah's having trouble. Which one do you want to speak with today? Let's talk with Gregor. Oh, hey. I know you already searched the kitchen, but I had to double check. A fool's errand. I wish everyone was in better spirits. It can't rain forever, right? Rainfall in this area can last days to weeks. You tell Gregor to stay strong. You know what? Thank you. The group is really thankful for your kindness. Gregor blushes a little bit. I always wanted to be the one that kept everyone in good spirits. But it's obvious you do that much better. Gregor is looking at you fondly. You're sure, Gregor? Remember that. All right. The rain is pounding hard against the wooden cabin, but at least none of it is getting inside. You tell Gregor to keep his spirits up and join the others. You call everyone together. They all look grim. You could cut the tension in the room with a knife. Everyone is staring at you. They're expecting that last piece of bread for dinner. You bring it out. Everyone cannot take their eyes off of it. You instruct everyone to take a pinch, and slowly all 5 of you tear it apart like a wishbone. Everyone studies their piece of bread carefully, wondering how long it will last. Karen is the first to eat hers. She chews each bite a few hundred times before swallowing, and Anatoly chews it cautiously, opening his mouth once he finishes each bite. Mariah nibbles on it silently, eyes wide, moving from person to person. And Gregor? Gregor just pops it in his mouth like a cherry. It was gone in an instant. The group thanks you awkwardly. It's not much, but you've run out of options. You wish everyone good night and get ready for bed. You go to bed starving. Day 5 turns into day 6. Good morning. Okay, so I'm going to save real quick because I'm curious, because they're always talking about something showing up. So let's just
Wee! Cabbage!
hop back and check, see if there's any new pictures. Oh yeah. Huh, okay. Yep. At least nothing happened when I clicked on them. That could have been scary. Okay, so we're gonna load and go back in. Alright. Morning. Let me check if the rain has stopped. It's still flooding. What are we going to do? Humans can live about 2 to 3 weeks without any food. Water isn't a concern. Rainfall should end in a day or 2, right? Actually, precipitation can occur more than 215 days a year here. But do you really think it will rain that long? Anatoly, it's been days already. What makes you think it will stop soon? Relax, everyone. Let's see how long we can ride this out. Fingers crossed it's done by tomorrow. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everyone's looking scared. But you need to survive. Karen and Gregor begin to discuss next options. Do you want to speak with Mariah in the kitchen? Or Anatoly in the living room? Think instead about everything you've done wrong and how you've doomed everyone. I didn't do anything. Did not do a thing, okay? I'm gonna talk to Anatoly. Anatoly's sitting paging through the book. I think he's reading it upside down. Hey, you really should have been more careful with our emergency supplies. What were you thinking? I was really hungry. I'm sorry. Hey, yeah, mister, you can read, right? Your book's upside down. Because it's all my fault, right? Let's just say I'm sorry. Apology accepted. Who could have predicted this much rain? You're sweet as a pound cake. Thank you. You'll have to teach me that vegetable stew recipe when all this is over. You're sharing and totally will remember that. Okay, relationship. Alright, we got 3 hearts. Nice. This book is a great distraction. Very well written. Oh, you get the hint and leave Anatoly to himself. Okay. I don't think any of us can take this much longer. Gregor's voice starts to crack. I don't want to ask this, but it's time. One of us needs to go outside and search for food. Dude, it's only been like, what, technically 1 day? I mean, they had a little bit of bread yesterday. Everyone is silent. I'll go. Mariah, I used to swim all the time near my house, so I probably have the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters. No, let me go instead. You won't get very far if anything happens to your glasses, Anatoly. You're blind as a mole rat, remember? That's true, but, little guy, let me go. Gregor, sounds good to me. Karen, his arms are definitely the longest, so he'd probably be the best climbing trees out of all of us. No, that wouldn't be right. Gregor, let me go instead. I get that none of these options are good ones, but we need to find food or help. Gregor grabs a branch from the woodpile. He cuts it into different measurements. Oh, we're going to draw straws. Since we can't come to a consensus, let's draw for it. We'll each pick one from my hand. And the shortest will go outside to search for food. You're not worried about drawing. You saw Gregor cut the branch lengths, so you can tell which is the biggest one of the branch. You pick it. You watch the others intently. Will it be Gregor? Anatoly? Karen? Will it be Looks like I've got the shortest. Mariah, it's okay. I watched Anatoly forage earlier, so I'll know what to look out for. Just swim until you find high ground, then scout the area. Maybe you'll find a fish out there. Everyone looks heartbroken. Karen, Anatoly, Gregor, I'll keep us alive. I promise. Hey, what about me? Leave me out. She promised. Everyone watches as Mariah leaves the cabin. The silence is deafening. Goodbye. I don't think she's gonna come back. The door shuts behind her. You can faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is, and then silence. Mariah has left the cabin. I'm sure we'll see her again. The rest of the group nods. Everyone stays up, waiting and waiting. The sun is completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. You get ready for bed and easily pass out. Dead to me, Mariah has left the cabin, was the achievement. You have a strange dream. The 2 women in front of you could be twins. One of them you recognize, the other is a guest. You ask the guest to sit on a shovel, and then you try pushing it into the oven. Her legs are so strong you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticking to the coals. You feel 4 hands on your shoulders, and both of them push you in. The familiar smell of smoke and burning hair causes you to throw up on the embers. You can't let it end like this. You rip the metal door off the oven, tearing through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the 2 through the woods, your burns chill with the wind. The guest looks behind her, and her eyes widen when she sees you. She's terrified. Your fury rips trees out by their roots, soil from the ground, rocks from their pits. You've never been this angry in your entire life. Their stamina can't last forever. You're gaining on them. As you trample through a field of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch the glint of it in the sun, golden. As if by magic, the earth splits in front of you, creating a chasm of fire below. You fall into the pit, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You wake in a cold sweat. Day 6. Into day 7. So we've been there a week. I didn't see what that last picture was. Good morning. Do you think she made it to higher ground? I believe in Mariah. Me too. She'll be fine. Right, little guy? So what do we do now? Just wait? Karen, How long? It's been almost a day since she left. Anatoly and Gregor look nervous. Someone needs to go look for her. We need to wait, Karen. Wait for what? The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do for now. So it could be days before she gets back? What are we supposed to eat? Mice? Karen, I'm sure Anatoly will agree, but we'll discuss next options when we get to it. Every waking thought is about food now. I never should have eaten that much. Karen's hands are involuntarily shaking. Gregor and Anatoly just nod in agreement. They don't even need her to elaborate. You're sure Mariah will make it back? She promised. Everyone retreats to their areas. What do you want to do today? Okay, so speak with Anatoly, talk to Karen, chat with Gregor. Let's go with Anatoly again. I'm gonna see if I can get somebody up to 5 stars. Hey, the kitchen definitely doesn't feel the same without Mariah. Her laugh, her smile. I never got to tell her how I felt about her. She'll be back, right? You nod. Yeah. I wish we had rationed better. You decide to distract Anatoly from his misery with an old story. There was once a villager who had to stock up supplies for the winter. He filled his house with a cow, a sack of grains from the field, and 92 buckets of water, mostly for the cow. He quickly ran out of room as the house wasn't very big. One day, the villager grew sick. He knew he needed the life-giving milk from the cow to survive the winter, but when he attempted to milk the cow, his grip was too weak to grasp her udders. In desperation, he began to boil the grains using his buckets of water. The cow cried out for food, but the villager could only afford to feed himself. Each night, the cries of the cow kept him awake, until one day he finally ran out of food. The villager crawled into bed, crying as the snow deepened outside. The cow's sad eyes stared at him. He wanted to comfort the cow, but he couldn't step over the buckets. He was too weak, too sick. The last thing he heard was the cow still crying out for food. One haunting noise to end his life. Wow, why would I share that story with him? Anatoly looks horrified with your story. You leave him alone in the kitchen. Apparently I just wanted to scare him. That'll make him like me. I can't stop thinking about that vegetable stew. I'd be fine with the bread and jam. I'd be fine with just the strawberries. Nobody else laughs. I would kill for some vegetables right about now. You would too. I'm going to try to get some sleep. Good night. Night. You fall asleep quickly, but you only dream about desecrating a corpse. You wake in a cold sweat, in a completely different room. Day 7 goes into day 8. Go into a different room. Oh man, did I kill somebody? Good morning. Karen's looking worse. Will you cook for the group today? Cook. You take... Oh my god, no. I killed somebody, apparently. It wasn't a dream. You take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. You cooked meat. Where did you get that? You ignore Karen's question. Well, it wasn't Anatoly. What's it smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. Where did you... The three of you are looking at you, salivating. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting into small cutlets. They immediately grab some off the plate, chewing ferociously. You take a piece and immediately devour it. Do you have any more of this? Okay, so we got downward spiral. You ate meat. Hey, meat's good. Why do we have a problem with meat? You explain how the meat is stored securely hidden so you can ration better this time. I understand. Thank you. Oh my god, what if it was Mariah? Anatoly runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is... Gregor wanders off. Anatoly returns looking choked up. I was too weak. Left you some of the meat. Don't fight this, Anatoly. Anatoly takes a cutlet from the plate, turning his back to the group as he devours it. You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. Going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay? Karen leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to? Let's go back to Anatoly. You knock on the door first. Anatoly, you slowly open the door. Oh, man. Oh, I thought that was going to happen. Thanks for checking in on me. You ask if he still feels sick. Not anymore. I think it was a mental thing. Please don't tell me where the meat came from. The less known, the better. You nod. Thank you. You're sure Anatoly will remember that? Alright, your relationship is stronger. We got him up to 4 hearts. You leave Anatoly and go tidy up some parts of the kitchen. Hours pass. The meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. Is there a way to... Let me save real quick. Does anybody see like a face down here? Let me know down in the comments if you see something. That looks like a face. I can't tell what that is. Okay, so since I saved, I'm gonna head back to the title screen.
Wee! Cabbage!
I keep waiting for something to change here. Go in the extra real quick. Huh. The bathroom. Oh my god. What the fuck is that? Where the fuck did that come from? Why? 1, 2, 3. Where did these come from? I don't like that at all. And that's a face, I swear to God, that's a face there. Okay, eating will just make them hungrier. Look, now it's gone. Oh my god, it's fucking gone. They're fine now, but soon they'll be begging for more. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain that you want to ration the meat better this time, and there will be no dinner. Fine. I understand. I guess I'd rather eat tomorrow than more today. No arguments. Perfect. Everyone decides to call an early night. You fall asleep instantly tonight. You have a strange dream. You're having dinner with a blacksmith, but he's not touching his food. The only light in the room comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his beard. I can forge anything, he says. Your eye has been giving you issues lately, so you reply, forge me a new eye then. You laugh. But then the ropes come out. He ties you to your chair with a long rope to prevent you from struggling. You rip the rope apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker rope. No turning back now. He takes a hot poker out of the coals. Holding it in front of your face, you can see his beard and eyes watching you. He slowly brings back the poker, aiming carefully for your eye, before plunging it through your skull with a sickening crunch. The force of the blow throws you backwards a few feet, and you're unable to break the ropes. You vomit all over your chest, as the smell of your decimated eye floods your nostrils. The blacksmith stands over you, spitting on your body. You wake in a cold sweat. What the fuck? Oh my god, this game's a mindfuck. Day 8 goes into day 9. You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? Is it still raining? What the fuck is that? I did not like that. Okay, the floodwaters has receded a little bit, but everyone is still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. What the hell was that whispering? Okay, the achievement was indoors person. You looked out the window. Good morning, big guy. Well, will Mariah make it back? I think we ate Mariah, I'm just saying. This might sound a little crazy, but every night around 2 a.m., I can hear her outside. She makes this awful gurgling noise, like she's trying to get the water out of her lungs. Have you heard her, Gregor? Sometimes when the rain gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering. I haven't heard anything like that. When she's whispering, it's like she's trying to tell you something, right? Yes. Ah! What the... I sometimes hear her crying through the radio. But that's just a broadcast. Right? Oh my good God. I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. One step closer to Mariah. It's what she would have wanted. What's gotten into you, Anatoly? Anatoly's eyes look at you, begging. Bring us another slab. Please. He clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste out of my mouth. Please help me. Anatoly? Gregor looks pained at Anatoly's words. I think he's right. Please bring us more of that meat. You grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to the boiling cauldron water. It will taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it up right away. What's taking so long? Boil it faster. It's almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing the chunks whole, like a duck does when eating bread. Anatoly creates ripples in the broth using a spoon. He isn't eating. Sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me. Anatoly begins to weep. You look over at Karen. You didn't notice her even start to eat. There's just an empty bowl now. Karen is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? You explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. Ugh. How could you be so careless again? You remember Karen's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? The storm isn't ending. You clear your throat. Anatoly? Yes? I think tomorrow you should look for Mariah. Or forage for plants outside. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants like you. Please, Anatoly. You can swim back after a few hours. Gregor's right, Anatoly. Maybe you'll find Mariah out there. I think Mariah's fine by herself. He still hasn't accepted what happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. But we need your help, Anatoly. That's right, Anatoly. Please help us. Let me sleep on it, okay? No problem, little guy. Everyone shuffles off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. You go to bed ravenous. Mariah. Something is approaching.
Onion!
Fucking man. We're gonna freaking eat these vegetables and stuff, man. Don't be a crybaby. It's just me. Onion. Not going to be very sweet today. I'm worried about Anatoly. He's going to cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from leaving the cabin? You don't answer, Onion. Wait, didn't I tell him to leave? Why would I stop him? Please? Don't you trust me? You shake your head. Got a fun factoid for you. Did you know that leaving out an unpeeled onion in your room absorbs bacteria? It'll help you prevent colds and ward off viruses.
Onion!
That was a lie. The fun factoid of that myth, people actually believed it in the 1500s. How embarrassing. Who would believe that? There even was a doctor in 1919 who caused a surge of people believing it. Haha. Anyways, you know what smells like a raw onion left in a room? You! It's been a while since you last bathed. Since your last bath, right? You can't remember. Could smell you before you even came into the room, so don't be a crybaby. You spoke with Onion. It's the achievement. Yikes. So, can you stop Anatoly from leaving? I know he has cabin fever, but this is ridiculous. It would be impossible to stop a grown man from leaving.
Onion!
Please? We don't need another one stalking the hallways. Tapping on the windows. Crying through the radio. You have the sudden urge to scream. Why do you think I've been using the mouse holes to get around?
Onion!
Scared to death that I'll run into her. Don't make me tattle to Cabbage about you. She can be as mean as Potato if you get on her bad side.
Onion! Onion!
Just kidding. She's great. Anyways, when the time comes, just tell Anatoly you care about him and don't want him to leave. Even if it's for me, okay? You can trust me. Now, if you excuse me, I need to work on some new ice skates. They're made of butter slices, so I'll get to skate around the frying pan tomorrow.
Onion!
Later. This game, man, it's screwing with me. Your mind finally manages to forget everything that happened. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. Day 9 goes into day 10. There actually was a movie called Ravenous that was about cannibalism. It was actually a pretty good movie. It's an older one, but it's a pretty decent movie. You have a strange dream. I don't want any more strange dreams. A fox is collecting payment in your living room. You despise him, so you put 2 dogs at the bottom of a sack, then add 6 chickens on top. The fox smiles at you and leaves. At some point in his journey, the fox will eventually open the sack, and the dogs will tear the fox in half. Filled with such loathing for the fox, you gave him the only things you had for food, all of those chickens. As the snow piles up outside, you begin to eat whatever you can find. Pillowcases, candles, leather. One day you wake up and you have nothing left to eat. Absolutely nothing. Just an insatiable hunger. A few days later, you go mad and leave the cabin, completely ravenous. A nearby tree looks like charred meat. Your iron teeth cut through the tree bark, tearing your gums apart by the splinters. Your mouth fills quickly with blood. Days later, a deer gallops by, the first creature in the woods to see your corpse. You wake in a cold sweat. It's gonna jump out at me. Nothing? Wait, was that always there? What the heck is that? Something smells terrible in the living room. Someone puked in a corner. You wipe it up with a rag to save them the embarrassment. Good morning. Good morning, little guy. Well, Anatoly, what's your decision? Okay, so bad ideas. She got a plan, Anatoly, so it's an achievement. I barely slept last night. Her whispers came through one of the holes in the floor. She kept telling me to come outside. We don't want to rush you, but one of us puked last night. So that's what that smell was. Anatoly, my patience is wearing thin. You have 1 hour to make a decision. Why? Why so quickly? Because I'm not waiting any longer. You can see the glint of Karen's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for that knife. The group disperses. Tensions seem to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What do you want to do? I have 1 hour to kill? Talk with the Chompets, converse to Karen in the bedroom, chat with Anatoly near the basement, speak with Gregor in the living room. Okay, so I'm gonna save. Dude, there are a lot of save pages. And we're gonna go check out the title.
Whee! Cabbage!
Onions missing. Does it say anything now? Oh my god, I'm kind of scared to scroll through this. Okay. Okay, we're gonna load the game. I'm gonna speak to Anatoly near the basement. Anatoly looks pale. Thanks for coming over. Anatoly seems comforted by your presence. Oh, it's okay. I'm here for you, boo. Your relationship is stronger. I got 5 stars. That has to be an achievement. Gregor told me he's heard Mariah. I'm sure Karen isn't being honest with me. Have you checked out the basement door closely? Every so often, I can see her peeking out at me through the holes. That must have been her in the cabinet. I really don't want to drown outside, but at least I won't have her tormenting me anymore. You know what's in the basement, don't you? Yes, no, Anatoly, I'm here for you. I'm gonna say that one. Thank you. Okay, so Anatoly analysis, max your relationship with Anatoly was achievement. Staying in this cabin is messing with my head. I feel so lost some days. When I was 6, my father asked me to put flowers on the grave of our dead dog. That dog was very special to him, helped him find food during the war. When he came back injured, he brought the dog to meet my mother, who was pregnant with me. He truly loved that dog. I carried a vase filled with flowers with me into the forest and took a left when I should have gone right. I was lost for 1 full day, wandering through the forest, crying and panicked. I foolishly skipped breakfast that day, so I was desperate at that point. I tried, but I couldn't recognize any plants to eat, so I tried eating some random plant I found in the woods, but I puked it all up. I was humiliated when I stumbled back to my house. I'll never forget my father running up, worried, and I was still holding the vase with flowers in it. My entire shirt stained with vomit. After that experience, I studied obsessively my mother's collection of foraging books, so I would never starve in the wilderness again. Thank you for absolutely everything. You nod, calling everyone together for a meeting. Anatoly, you okay, little guy? Anatoly looks pale, like he's going to pass out. Anatoly, have you made a decision? Yes. I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Anatoly. Big tears roll down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you, little guy. Thank you, Anatoly. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best. Can I not tell him to leave? Karen. Yes? Gregor looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say anything to Anatoly? You say nothing. Oh, really? Goodbye, Anatoly. Goodbye, everyone. Good luck, little guy. Anatoly has left the cabin. I didn't even get to say anything to him. See you soon, little guy. I guess all we can do now is wait. Good night. Karen goes to the bedroom to sleep. I didn't tell him the truth. Gregor is getting choked up. I didn't tell him. Missing him already. Gregor curls up on the couch for the night, turning his back to you. You shut your eyes quickly, falling asleep. Yikes. You hear scraping from the floor. Found you. I hate you, Brad. You explain how this isn't a good time right now. This is no laughing matter. I'm worried about Gregor. He's as tall as a tree, but as dumb as a brick. What's the root of that? Another cornbread classic. You're being very unpopular right now. That's a tree reference, get it? Anyways, you need to protect Gregor from the red-haired woman. Cabbage called an emergency chompette meeting and told me to give you this mission. Watch out for the knife and protect Gregor at all costs, so no laughing matter you spoke with Brad was the achievement. Understood? Yes, no, say nothing, yes. You nod. It's the yeast you can do, right? You tell Brad that pun didn't make sense. On a roll today. I'll see you around. Brad hops away, squeezing himself through the mouse hole with a small pop. You fall asleep thinking about what Brad told you. You have a strange dream. It's lying on the table in front of you. You take off the glasses first, partially cracked, and set them down next to the workbench. Working the saw, you wrap the cuts in an old newspaper. Some of it gets soggy immediately, so you begin drying the cuts with a towel before wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching, so you clench a fist and get ready to strike whatever's coming for you. You wake in a cold sweat. Oh no, day 10 goes into day 11. Am I murdering them, or like they dying and then I'm getting to them? Please stop. You wake in a completely different place. Did you sleepwalk, or you found some meat? Everybody's still asleep. This would be a nice surprise after yesterday's events. You decide to cook breakfast for everyone. Cutting each slice fairly thin, you brown each side in the oven. The smell is unique. Karen runs into the kitchen. Oh my god. What is that smell? Give it to me. Now. You don't argue. Karen grabs a cutlet, burning your hands before bringing it to her mouth. Or burning her hands. Ugh. She hungrily devours it, barely chewing. She grabs another cutlet off the plate and eats it. You thought she was concerned with rationing. Gregor wakes up from the couch and heads into the kitchen. Oh god. Already? Gregor looks conflicted, but he succumbs to the hunger. They always do. Gregor eats his food in a few bites, carefully grabbing a second cutlet. The tears start streaming down his face, but he doesn't make a sound. You join them in the meal, quickly consuming the meat on the table. I can think straight again. We'll be out of here in no time. No need to ration anything now. Kieran is sounding more determined than before. I'm gonna lie down on the couch, try to keep this food down. Gregor crawls onto the couch, turning his back to you. Kieran leans in to whisper, I'm glad Mariah and Antoli are gone. They were stopping us from bonding properly. How did you get so good at it? You tell Kieran. After one bite, it just made me feel whole again. Even with the nightmares, it's worth it. It took a few nights, but I fought back. And now it's all I can think about. I read the book on necropsy. The text is ancient, but the diagrams are beautifully drawn. Very descriptive. How many years did it take you to perfect the craft? You tell her. Yeah, right. I used to tell Mariah that you weren't funny, but that's not true. Sorry about that. You've grown on me. Kieran pauses deep in thought. You know Gregor can't swim, right? He'd be the next to leave, but he doesn't stand a chance outside. They always seem to come back, right? In one way or another. Wait for him to come back. Kieran hands you a vial of liquid. I think you know what needs to be done. This is a strong antiseptic. Don't ask me how I found it. I want you to slip this into Gregor's mug tonight. This is for the best. He won't feel any pain until he wakes up. All you have to do is stand back and let me work on him. This request is beyond extreme. Will you do this for me? Yes, no, why don't you do it? I tell her no. Fine, the right decision. You didn't assist Kieran was the achievement. Save that for a rainy day. I have everything set up on the couch. You don't have to watch. The restraint should be easy to apply myself. Gregor's strength is a farce. Gregor, hi. Hey, Kieran. What are you doing? Untie me. Oh my god. This will be over soon, Gregor. Ah! Stop! Ah. Gregor's turned silent. You leave her alone, going into the bedroom and crawling into the bed, Anatoly slipping. You fall asleep almost instantly. Day 11 turns into 12. I wonder if I knew Kieran. Wake up, sleepyhead. God, I'm terrified. Well, who is that? Looks like Mariah. You were having a nightmare. Thanks for letting me practice last night. I think I did a great job. What the? Did something just pop up back there? I know her tongue came out, but we made us all some breakfast this morning to celebrate. Breakfast with what? That's a surprise. Gregor already finished his. Took a few hours, but he caved. Come on, let me show you. You get out of bed and head to the living room. Why? Oh, God. I knew it. Oh, my God. This is like that episode in The Walking Dead. Why? He's a little weak from blood loss, but don't worry. Bandaged him up like a field medic. What is it, Gregor? Where are my... God, you're stupid. Maybe if you spent as much time reading books as chopping wood, you would have noticed the pages I was bookmarking in the necropsy book. What are you talking about? Do I have to spell it out for you? You can't swim. How are you supposed to help us when you're immediately drowned? You'd sink like a log. What? I put some of your limbs away for safekeeping. That leg was pretty tasty, huh? Gregor goes pale. How's that for a big breakfast? Ha ha ha. And don't try to crawl away. If you leave this couch, I'll end you. I don't want any of it to go bad, so I have to eat that fresh arm when everything else is gone. Speaking of which, going to start cooking another chunk. I'll leave you two alone to chat. This has gone too far. Hey, all I wanted to do was keep everyone alive and together, but I failed at that. Are you disappointed in me? Yes, no, I'll say no. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Growing up, nobody had to tell me to be big and strong. It just happened naturally. My mother always made sure I never went hungry. Seconds, thirds, fourths, and yet I complained my belly was not full. One day on my way home from school, I was walking by the town inn and smelled something amazing coming right out of the pile of trash. I dug through it and discovered a bag. They threw away a meal that was fresh out of the oven for some reason. At least that's what I thought. I became ill with food poisoning. I hugged the toilet and cried for hours. My mother rubbed my back and eventually carried me to bed. I learned nothing from that experience. Like everywhere else, I was just here for the food. I'll never get this foul taste out of my mouth. She's gonna keep eating me. I'm sorry. I'm getting too lightheaded to hold a good conversation. She's gonna torture me again. You know that, right? You nod. Gregor grows a little more pale. Can you cover me with a blanket? I've never been this cold. This cabin, it chills me to the bones. Or what's left of them. Please? Consider it my dying wish. Yes, consider your dying wish granted. Thank you. Much warmer now. Yeah, now it's changed. Like it was all like white and black. And now it's back to normal. Watch out for the knife, okay? Gregor begins to look at peace. This is unsettling. Stop staring at me. You watched last Gregor's air escape his lungs. That was unsettling. What the hell do you think you're doing? Goodbye, Gregor. Gregor has left the cabin. You tell Karen that Gregor gave up. We could have kept him alive for another week. What's wrong with you? No matter. Plenty of food left now. Karen leaves you alone. You head to the kitchen to try to find the other remains. I don't want to. Gregor. You look at the pile of dishes and your mind starts to wander.
Hello!
Let's play hide and seek. There's 5 of us to find. Can you find all of us? The red-haired woman should have known where the basement key is. And I bet one of us is hiding down there. She's whittling something in the rocking chair right now. So watch out for the knife. Probably best to avoid the knife. Wait. Isn't that your knife? Why did you let her have it? You shrug. As the leader of the Chompettes, it's important you find us all. So please don't forget any of us. Yeah! Good luck. Cabbage rolls away and tries to hide. Why would Cabbage want to play hide and seek right now? You've been neglecting the Chompettes lately. Can't hurt to play along with them, right? You go talk to Karen in the living room. Looks like Karen's slicing away at a block of wood. Gregor's remains have been stored for safekeeping. Scrubbed all of the blood out of the couch to save you the trouble. Can I help you? What are you willing with the knife? Have you seen the basement key anywhere? Okay, so I'm going to save. And I'm going to regret this, but let's see what happens. Oh.
Cabbage.
Yeah, bread and onion are gone. Oh, God. Oh, that's horrifying looking. Oh my God, I don't like that. Look, she's happy there, but grumpy in that one. Okay. Have you seen the basement key? Well, they said that she would know where it was. Let's ask her what she's doing with the knife. A wooden knife. Do you want one? I'd like my knife back. Yes, no. What if I say I want my knife back? Oh, yeah? I picked it up the first day and you said nothing. Karen looks pleased with herself. She's too happy right now. Hey, thief, give me back my knife. You know what? I don't know if I want to say that. It's just like, aren't you sweet? Now I can make some cutlets for tonight. The basement key should be somewhere in the kitchen. At least I think that's where you put it last. You thank Karen and head to the kitchen. Is that me stomping? Thankfully, there's not too many places for Cabbage to hide. Where do you check first? Let's try the cupboards. You open a few drawers. They're empty. They must have been full of dishes that are piling up. Yikes. Get behind the woodpile. There's nothing but cobwebs. Thankfully, no spiders. The cauldron. Here's some rustling around. Found her. She always picks the same hiding spot. Oh, you found me. Well done. As leader of the Chompettes, getting through mouse holes is a chore.
Cabbage.
I can't find any Chompettes to push me through. So I guess you'll have to help me out. Cabbage has joined the party. 4 Chompets to go. I don't want to play hide and seek anymore. What's next, Cabbage? Glad you asked. Keep it up. You'll be a member of the Chompets in no time. You asked Cabbage about the basement key. Did you forget again? It's right in that nasty oven. There's nothing but a big pile of ashes in the oven. You found the basement key.
Yeah!
There it is. That's to the room where we found Potato. Check behind the cauldron for the other one. You got the basement entrance key. Let's go find Onion. He's hiding in the bedroom. She's making hide and seek far too easy. Chompets?
Help!
Find Onion. Cabbage rolls down the hallway. Can't hurt to find Onion, right? Okay, so explore the bedroom. Oh, there's something hanging up on the bottom floorboard. Found him. Don't be a crybaby, it's just me. Onion. Today,
Onion.
I'm sweet as a sugar cane.
Boy.
Honest? Wow, your breath stinks. Drenched head to toe in sweat, too. Could smell you coming a mile away.
Onion.
Gross. Were you scared of the red-haired woman or something? You tell Onion the truth. Whoa.
Boy.
Sounds like I missed some messed up stuff. You get a pass. I'm sorry to hear about Mariah and Tully and Gregory. But yikes.
Boy.
That's 3 people gone in less than a month. Not as bad as 5 people in one night, though, right?
Onion.
I would probably lose my lunch if I had to see that again. Anyways, didn't mean to be rude. Got your back. Onion has joined the party.
Hello.
Glad to have you join us, Onion.
Boy.
No problem. There's nothing else to do today. That's not true. I heard Bread making noise in the living room. You know how loud he can get.
Cabbage.
Bread? The one and only. Chompets?
Help.
Let's move out. Your party is quickly expanding. 3 Chompets left. You're getting a terrible headache. And your face is feeling numb. And your legs aren't moving. Oh well. You do some time breathing exercises for a few minutes. That seemed to help. You suddenly feel a second wind coming on. Time to get that bread. You proudly strut up to the living room, happy to be alive. Bread? You hear Bread come out from the mouse hole. He's taking a sweet time. Found me. Everyone's secretly favorite Chompet Bread. Don't you loaf me? These puns. My cousin Cornbread taught me that one. He has hundreds, no, thousands of terrible puns. He's my role model. So, what do you need? You tell Bread about gathering the Chompets together. That's a pretty crummy idea. Remember what happened last time? With Potato? I mean, we all chose to be in that drawer, but this? You're going against the whole grain here. Do you really think we want to go back downstairs?
Cabbage.
Bread, we need your help finding Potato.
Onion.
Missed you, big guy. Come here. I would never let the Chompets down. No need to pass my culinary quiz. I'm coming with you. Bread has joined the party. That's great, Bread. Glad to have you on board, Bread. Of course. Wait. Are you drooling? All 3 Chompets are staring at you.
Boy.
Are you thinking of eating us? You accidentally lick your lips.
Cabbage!
Snap out of it. You already ate. We're no good for that. You glutton. Did they pass out? Holy cow, get them up. It's so heavy. Did she poison me? You stumble to your feet. Let's, go find Raspberry and never speak of this again.
Boy.
I think I heard her over by the basement door. Perfect. Chompets,
Just
mosey out. You have 3 Chompets in your party. 2 more to go. Your head feels like it's going to crack open. Your hands have gone completely numb. This one is lasting longer than the others. You focus on wiggling your toes for a minute. You didn't pass out cold on the floor. 2 more to go. You go check out the basement door. I'm starting to think she poisoned me or something. Where is she? You feel a chill run up your spine. Goosebumps all over your body. She's here. The birds outside turn silent. You could hear a pin drop. You can almost hear her breathing. You feel the sudden urge to scream. You can't sneak up on me. Don't ever try that again. Surprise! Found your Raspberry! Oh wow, it's very nice to see you, Cabbage. We wouldn't leave you behind, Raspberry. Why do I start
Oh, boy.
to feel like that these are kind of like the characters I've been with? And like maybe I'm Potato? Honest, we need your help finding Potato. Our combined Chompette detective skills says he's in the basement. Oh yeah? Let's find Potato and get out of here. Raspberry has joined the party. One more to go. Don't worry, the basement is already unlocked. Oh crap, the red-haired woman's coming over here. Chompettes, let's hide out. All 4 Chompettes quickly escape. You pretend to be studying the basement door. You hear Kieran creeping up behind you. Found you. You can see the knife out of the corner of Kieran's dress. I don't know if I can wait any longer. Show me where you keep hiding the meat. Let's tear them apart piece by piece, just like Gregor. Kieran looks like she's ready to bury the knife into you. What do you do? Tell her about the basement? Tell her about the Chompettes. Let's go at the basement. So that's why it's locked. Open it. I have to see the room. You unlock the basement door. Thank you. I'll bring up some cutlets and we'll have a great dinner. Okay? See you soon. What if I just lock her in there? Kieran descends the staircase into darkness. You lock the basement door. Did you just lock the door? You block out the screams of rage and bargaining. Given enough time, they will end. You crawl into bed and go to sleep. Day 12 turns into 13. You slept in today. The pounding is completely stopped. Oh, I'm hungry. You really need to go to the bathroom. You decide to open your eyes. Oh god, I don't want to. You must have slept walking into the bathroom last night. The glow of the candle is oddly comforting. Oh god in heaven. Somebody blew out the candle. Okay, let's check the title screen.
Cabbage?
No, onion and bread are still missing. I wonder what these 3 were. Or even that one. Or that one, or those 2. Okay, so nothing new with her. The candle blew out, and the door is locked. You find a flashlight in the corner of the bathroom and turn it on. Oh god. You're in the dark, but you're not alone. Click on objects around the bathroom to get more information or find hidden clues. If you're stuck, just wait a little bit to see the glint of objects to inspect around the bathroom. Just move around your cursor to search the room. Oh my god, I don't want to. The bathtub is filthy. It will need more than a little elbow grease to get these stains out. You notice a note underneath the bathtub. Okay, note taken, you discovered a hidden note. So it says, May 4th, 1794. This notice shall serve as a summons to the Zakopane courthouse. You're being accused of the following crimes. 1, public disturbance. 2, foul language and demeanor. 3, refusal to testify in previous court cases. And 4, refusal to agree to a search warrant of property. Your hearing is scheduled for October 20th. Failure to attend will result in your immediate arrest and penalties up to hanging. Sincerely, Judge Konstanjic Lewis. You take the court summons letter with you. Okay. Got the achievement. Taking notes. You found all the hidden notes. There's like only one. Toilet paper beyond disgusting. This is truly the scariest thing you've ever seen. Oh, I bet there can be something scarier. Oh god.
Cabbage? Hello?
Hello. Are you locked in the bathroom again? You tell her about the candle being blown out. Maybe you just need to try wiggling it a little bit. You unlock the bathroom door. Sometimes the simplest method is the best one. Now, if you'll excuse me, need to conduct the next secret Chompette meeting. Later. You quickly make your escape. Well, getting locked in the bathroom is enough excitement for one day. You get under the covers and quickly fall asleep. Day 13. Into day 14. Oh, God. Wake up, sleepyhead. Karen? Oh, God, she got out. She's gonna kill me. Just your imagination again. Karen can't still be alive, right? Somebody's at the door. Oh my God, that's creepy. You grip the doorknob tightly, getting ready for what's next. Eee. That can't be the real Gregor. You determine the haunt has officially begun. Some spirits move on immediately, others linger. And some stop at nothing to give you a heart attack. Or get you to fall down a flight of stairs. Or cause you to wander into an early demise. No way of knowing which one the group will choose. The rain has stopped outside. You decide to look out the window. I don't want to look out the window. I don't want to. Oh, no. I saw that. Nope. The floodwaters are completely gone. Karen would appreciate the good news, but not after locking her in the basement. No good reason to leave the cabin. Plenty of food here now. You've been so busy you've forgotten to eat. You head to the kitchen for a snack. Karen's hiding spot was too obvious. You take a few bites of meat. You lost more of your humanity. Not fresh enough. Oh well. You decide to crawl back into bed and get a little extra sleep. Day 20,000, 240,846, 3,479. You have a strange dream. The clouds have parted, the rain has gone away. You wake in a cold sweat. Is this another trick or... Oh, God. Good morning? Look, the ink's tipped over. I don't remember that being like that. She's still sticking around. There's also something there. You head to the kitchen to get breakfast. Your food is gone. That noise was coming from the living room. Anatoly? Nobody's there. Some deep scratches are dug into the wood by the couch. Something is approaching. Oh my God, I hate this so much. What's making that noise? It sounded like it was coming from the basement door. You go over to investigate. A cold wind is blowing through the hole in the door. You get goosebumps all over your arms. Is this a... Yikes. You wake in a cold sweat. Day 14. Goes into day 15. This game, man. Ugh. It's fucking with my head. It's raining again. They're taunting you with dreams of a sunny day. You get out of bed and head to the living room. You can still smell Gregor here. Should you have intervened with Karen, it probably wouldn't have changed the outcome. It also might have led to your death. The couch is still comfortable, even after Gregor's imprint on it. You decide to take a nap, which quickly turns into a sleep. Why do I keep sleeping? Day 15 goes into 16. You must have woken up too early today. The cabin living room is pitch black. You pick up a flashlight nearby to explore the darkness. Oh. Anatoly? Why? I don't want to explore the darkness. The first note you ever receive. Thinking about the messenger puts a smile on your face. God, this is so scary. You notice a note sticking out from one of the books. Okay, I know you've been ignoring my other letters, so I am begging you, please bring back my daughter safely, or we'll need to get the others involved. I have left payments outside the door and will pay any price. Please let her go. We don't have to involve anyone else. You take the mother note with you. You decide to lay back down on the couch to get the rest of your sleep. Okay, day 16. Into 17. I have a feeling my character's done this before. You're sleepwalked again. You can hear Potato mumbling in the drawer. Oh, it's you again. Tell me, in that first week with the red-haired woman and the others, where did you sleep? Think for a minute, but come up with nothing. It's worse than I imagined. If I can be honest, it was truly horrific to witness. Still nothing. You would routinely collapse in the middle of the hallway, sleepwalking into walls, or worse, going down in the basement. I can't believe you haven't broken your neck on those stairs yet. You seem to survive almost anything. Do I have that right? Must be that addiction to meat. Or something else. Would you share that secret with me? Yes, no, let's say yes. Tell Potato the secret. Wow, didn't think you'd be foolish enough to tell me. I'm living longer than expected already, but this is good information to take with me. Thank you. Was that the right thing to tell Potato? It's a delight to watch you fall apart. What does the red-haired woman have in store for you? You haven't thought about Karen in a while. How many days has she been down there? You do realize she's probably been feasting on the 3. She'll be much stronger than the last time you saw her. Go downstairs. Put an end to this. Not for the chompettes, just for me. You head for the basement door. You quickly do the math in your head and determine Karen will be dead in the basement. It's been enough days, right? You open the door and prepare for the worst. It's just a staircase. Nothing to be scared of. Okay, nothing to be scared of. You decide to go into the basement as the achievement. You begin your descent. I don't want to.
Above your knees.
Something is approaching. Oh god, I hate this. Okay, so let's save. And check out the title screen real quick.
Cabbage.
Okay, still nothing new.
Above your knees.
Oh god. I'm horrified. Something's gonna jump out at me. Can you hear me? I've been down here the entire time. It's so good to see you again. There's plenty of bread down here. Why aren't you saying anything? I'll never forgive you for what you did. You put Anatoly through hell. You desecrated my corpse. You gave them that disgusting hunger. All of that is water under the bridge now. Anatoly's down here. Come have some bread with us. They always try things like this. Their anger, concentrated near their graves, leads to tricks and traps. You're not falling for this one. Why aren't you listening to me? There's bread down here. Loaves of it. Fine. I won't stop you from finding the others down here. One piece of advice. Beware of Karen. She's ill beyond repair. Gregor will try to talk to you out of reaching the room. Anatoly will try to talk you into leaving the cabin. And Karen will rip the flesh from your bones. We'll talk again. You feel Mariah leaving the staircase. You go deeper into the abyss. I don't want to go deeper. Why is the staircase never in? The walls. Down here, they're dirt and soot. Something is approaching. I'm glad I found you. The rain outside has stopped. Did you hear that knocking? Another trap. Everyone's upstairs and wants to leave. Mariah was worried sick about you. You tell Gregor about speaking with Mariah. Guess I can't lie to you, huh? You just stood there while Karen took my limbs, doing nothing. Are you frightened by her? If you won't come upstairs with me, please turn on the light when you reach the room. I want to see the look on your face when that light bulb turns on. Can you do that for me? You nod. Thank you. Thanks for letting me lick the bowls clean. That was enough to keep him at bay. We'll meet again soon. Beware, Karen. You feel Gregor leaving the staircase. You descend deeper into the abyss. Maybe I should have befriended Karen. The air pressure down here feels greater. You're getting closer to Karen with each step. Something is approaching. So it should be Anatoly next, I would assume. Oh my god, I hate this. Oh. I thought you'd still be fending off that glutton Gregor right now. You tell Anatoly about meeting with Gregor. Oh. I was going to try to see if you wanted to pick onions with me. You shake your head. Guess there's no fooling you, huh? You survived this long, and now you need to fend off Karen. I can't tell you if I'd rather have you or her sticking around down here. You ask Anatoly where Karen is. Oh, she's just below us, waiting to devour you. Karen's been practicing on her butchering again. Maybe she'll start with your arms. Down here, the whispers have told me about you. I can't even believe some of the things you've done. Worse than any war crime. So many whispers about those sorts of things. So many whispers down here. It ends at the bottom. Karen might be alive down here, but you won't be. See you again soon. Why were you nice to me? Did you want to prey on the weak? Or was I just another meal ticket? The whispers told me the truth. Hopefully someone ends this darkness soon. You feel Anatoly leaving the staircase. You grit your teeth and keep going. Your feet finally hit solid ground in the basement. Something doesn't feel right.
Look behind you.
No, I'm not looking behind me. Fuck you. Nope. We're gonna save. And we're going back to the title screen. Because surely there has to be something in here.
Cabbage.
Nope. Huh. I would have thought something would have popped up by now.
Look behind you.
No, I'm not looking behind me, okay? So you feel around the wall blindly and locate the wall switch.
Hello.
You've come so far. Proud of you.
Cabbage.
As leader of the Chompettes, I wanted to let you know we have your back. No matter what happens down here, just call out to us and we'll be there.
Boy, boy.
I feel like this is like to ease my tension and get me feeling comfortable, and then they're gonna jump scare me. Honest.
Boy.
Wouldn't let you die down here. When you least expect it, we'll roll with you. His puns. You can't sneak up on me.
Raspberry.
But sneaking up on you, extremely easy. Are you deaf? Raspberry.
Yeah.
That was pretty cruel, even for me. Your ears have so much dirt in them. They could probably grow potatoes. We'll have to work on those jokes, Potato. Sure. Weren't you hiding in the basement room? Circumstances have changed. I wouldn't miss a killing for the world. Just remember,
Cabbage,
down here,
cabbage.
you can call on us. We'll help you out in a bind. And if you get lost down here later, please, avoid the room where it happened. I can't speak for the others, but I'd like to forget what happened there. I don't think we'll ever forget that, Potato. But thank you for coming along with us.
Boy, boy.
I wouldn't call it a change of heart, because you really never had a potato. Had one potato. You should have rotted down here, but I'm glad you're here to help. Wish I had a joke here, but what you did was no joking matter. That's enough. Chompettes,
Just a
let's help out. The Chompettes get in position behind you, ready for what's next. You feel around the walls blindly and locate the light switch. Took you long enough. Let's end this. Oh, what the hell do I do? Karen readies the knife. You're going to taste better than Gregor. Should have kept the door locked. Okay, let's do Chompettes. Hey, as leader of Chompettes, can't leave you hanging. All of us are ready to help you out of here. I see you ignored my warning to watch out for that knife. Please survive this fight. We want to play hide and seek again. Chompettes, help out. Cabbages filled you with hope. You gain 5 HP. Karen lunges at you. You've started to bleed. Are you talking to yourself again? Karen is studying you. Should have killed me earlier. No chance of that now. Okay, and try throwing a punch. Karen easily dodges it. Looks like Karen is plotting her next attack. Attack Karen with a lunge. You barely land the soft punch. Should have kept the door locked. Karen slashes at you with her knife. You dodge Karen's knife, feeling the air hit you. Shouldn't be this fast. Karen looks you dead in the eye. Karen laughs at you. Won't be burying you. You stumble to the wall, nearly breaking an opponent with the impact. Pathetic. Looks like Karen is plotting her next attack. You attack Karen with a lunge. You barely land the soft punch. Should have kept the door locked. Karen slashes at you with her knife. She misses. I'll snap those legs like twigs. Karen looks you dead in the eye. Karen's looking winded. Attack? You swipe at Karen's jugular. She's too fast. Glad to see you still have it after all these years. Still quick. You ask Cabbage if this reminds her of Potato in the room. Of course. He wasn't as dangerous as the red-haired woman, though. Just an absolute loser. Inside voice says Cabbage. Might not have to keep this charade going much longer, Potato. Seeing the Chompettes argue like humans again makes you feel a little better. You gain 5 HP. Just rest. Should I attack? You kick Karen. You connect with Karen's shin. Karen rushes towards you. Holy fuck, her face. Karen's seething. Dodge. You stumble so badly your foot makes a loud crunch. Ow, don't move an inch. I don't know. I feel like I need to heal. Hey, it's me. Onion. Just finished this in one swift motion like with Potato. I was just surprised that day, that's all. Doubt that. Onion thinks you can do it again. That's vaguely reassuring. You gain 5 HP. Just rest. You kick Karen. You connect with her shin. She rushes towards you. Karen's seething. Karen is about to take your life. You stumble into one of the walls. What? Killing you would be easy. That's why I dodged. Sorry for not helping you much down here. Then again, you didn't help us much down here. It will be fascinating to see what happens if you lose. You're not feeling any better. The Chompettes have stopped helping. Just rest. You punch Karen in the gut. You knock the wind out of her. She slashes at you. I'm gonna die, man. You taste copper. Because if I dodge, it just makes me hit a wall, so I don't... You try to swipe Karen's leg. She's easily jukes around you. Karen is breathing heavier. Karen's muscles tense up. Where did this energy come from? You punch Karen in the gut. You knock the wind out of her. Karen slashes at you, and I'm dead. You taste copper. I'm going to eat those ears first. Karen tackles you to the ground, plunging the knife into you repeatedly. She devours your body on the floor of the basement. Your corpse lasts a week. Damn, man, that was like hard. Took you long enough. Let's end this. Should have kept the door locked. What? Will you fit in the cauldron? What if I just keep dodging? Rotten hell. Eventually, potato, you gained 5 points. She barely misses you. Karen's about to take your life. Stumbled on one of the walls awkwardly. Well... Knock the wind out of her. You knock the wind out of her. Karen slashes at you. Taste copper. It's over. Dang. So she survived by eating the other ones down there. So I want my knife back. Finish one job. One last job. Karen quickly stumbles down the hallway, turning left at the end. You're hobbling after her, but the room is pitch black here. The rot of decaying flesh here is nauseating. You can hear the small echoes of Karen's footsteps disappearing below, making this room feel enormous. You can't see their eyes, but you can feel them. You're being watched. The staircase in the center winds down, spiraling into the abyss. You're getting lightheaded again. Gravity almost gets the best of you a few times as you work your way to the bottom. Your shoes stick to the floor when you reach the bottom. The smell of mildew and something rotten makes you gag. You can barely make out the outlines of the door frame. In the door frames in each direction. You head east, opening the door. You feel Karen's presence close by. Yoicks. That's Mariah. Back together again. Drowned and dissected. The Butcher of Hope has returned. Where's Karen? Lost in the abyss. Her rage blinds her. Ravenous. Completely ravenous. She will never be able to move on. Bound to this cabin by you, she will never escape. Those that die in the cabin are bound to different roles. Fleeing west did nothing. Victims will always gravitate to this cabin. Always find a way to you. You wretch. You abomination. You horror. Turn on the light and savor your inhumanity. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Reap what you have sown. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor, Karen. Oh God. Cooking companions. Oh my God. So that's the end of the game. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a mind fuck for sure. I'm assuming there's probably different endings. Like there's probably, maybe something different, for each person that you choose, to maybe get along with. The boss battle was definitely a little annoying. That took like forever to kind of work that out, how I needed to do it. But yeah, that's definitely a crazy game. Okay, so got the achievement. Not done yet. Plenty of meat still on those bones. Oh, okay. You hear talking upstairs. Thieves? You grab your flaying knife and silently go up the stairs. You'll eat well tonight. The four look completely shocked at the sight of you. She doesn't look like she has the courage to speak. We've been lost for a few days. Your cabin is the only hut we've seen out here. Can we stay here for a few nights? You clear your throat and ask the questions you've asked thousands of times. Did you come on your own free will, or were you sent? We were technically sent. Anatoly, we came on our own free will. The woman looks confident in her answer. They answered incorrectly. You clear your throat again, coughing profusely. You may stay in my cabin until you're ready to leave. The group looks terrified of you, as they should be. Wasn't that trail steep? Yeah. The group finally returns to normal. It's forced, but they attempt to save face. That walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water. It really has everything. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace. What the hell? Reyna, check it out. A cabin all the way out here? So this is more meat on those bones. You fondly remember the taste was the achievement. What about that psychopath? We lost him a few kilometers ago. Don't worry. Doesn't look like anyone's home. Hello? Come on, Reyna. The sun is setting. Let's take shelter here just for the night. You sure that's a good idea, Selena? Of course. Front door is a few different ways to lock it. Should keep him at bay if he shows up. Hope there's some snacks in here. Bullock, I guess we don't have a choice. We'll head back to Zakopane in the morning. Don't worry about it. It's just for one night. You decide to join up with your friends inside. Did you lock the door? All set. Could you see him out the window? No, he probably went back to town. Is anyone here? No, yelled and stomped around, nothing. This cabin is abandoned. Let's stay here tonight. So it's fork in the road. You decide to stay in the cabin achievement. What? Relax, it's going to be freezing outside tonight, so it's either him or us. Let's avoid making a fire. Don't want him to see us in the distance. No fire? There's blankets in the bedroom. We'll be fine, Oleg. This cabin chills me to the bone. We'll need him. Whenever Bullock gets nervous, he tells a joke to break the tension. Got one of Rozelle's classics for you. What do you call Snowman's kids? Children. Okay, so corny and classic. You enjoyed a classic joke from Roselle. So this is the vegetables. Ha ha ha. Let's split up and search the cabin. See if you can find any food for us to eat tonight. I'll take the bedroom. Leave the living room to me. Reyna, I'll search the kitchen. No need to help me. You sure? Of course, I know exactly where to look first. I got the Zakopane Junior Baker Award, remember? Selena. Alright, everyone. Let's move out. Tutorial. Help the team by searching the cabin for supplies. Your bond with Selena, Oleg, and Bullock is unbreakable. Focus on exploring the cabin. You only get one choice, so choose wisely. Who do you want to help out first? Okay, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and end it there because this has actually been a really long recording. I don't know how long this last part is. Hopefully it's a little bit longer than just a few minutes and I could have just finished it. So we'll go ahead and end it there. Let me do one last save for you guys here, and we'll just exit to the screen title, see if anything new happens. So bread and onion are still missing. Okay, so far nothing new. We get the ones with Karen. Dude, our arm is like we look like a corpse. And also, we look really short. We have the cabin. All the characters. That's funny. But yeah, so let me know down in the comments what you're thinking, what you think of Cooking Companions. Definitely a mind-bending game. Oh god, that freaked me out just a little bit, and popping up there. definitely has me, on the edge of my seat, but at the same time, it creeps me out with some of the stuff. So yeah, like I said, just leave me a comment down below. What do you think's going on with the game? Please leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.